Let us understand what is consumer behavior, the definition of consumer behavior, and with an example. Consumer behavior is the study of consumers' choices during searching, evaluating, purchasing, and using products and services that they believe would satisfy their needs. There are a lot of keywords here which I have highlighted in. So if you look into some of them, consumer choices. Let me take an example. If you want to buy a mobile phone, there are reasons about what is the need, what is the requirement of buying a new mobile phone. So the kind of choices that the consumer has, eventually at the end of the day, each one of us are consumers. We buy lots of products and services for our personal use. So the kind of choices that we have in case of a mobile phone, different makes, different models from different countries, different features. So out of so many makes and models, what is the key aspect which I would be looking in when I make a particular choice of buying a particular model and a particular make? So during searching, how do we search for information? How do we search for the availability of a particular make and a model? It could be from the internal sources or external sources. For example, if I look into a advertisement or from a social media, an online ad, how do I form a perception with respect to a particular product? That would help in evaluating the product. How do I evaluate the features of a product? How do I evaluate a model? Is it based upon its price, quality, uh, or it's based upon a convenience that the product offers? So how the perceptions are being formed. So when I evaluate, which of these makes and models are part of the consideration set? Out of that, how many of them am I aware of? How many of them do I shortlist while I make a procurement of that particular product? Eventually, when I purchase a mobile phone, uh, what are the preferred method of purchasing it? For example, if I buy from a particular outlet, do I have a loyalty card? Do I get some loyalty bonus out of it? Do I get some down payment, or do I purchase the product upfront? Do I make use of my credit card while making a payment? Do I use an electronic mode of making the payments? And then eventually use the product or a service which they believe would satisfy their needs. Let's look into some additional definitions related to the consumer behavior. It is a behavior that consumers display in searching for, purchasing, using, evaluating, and disposing of the products services that they expect will satisfy their need. So if we compare this definition with the previous one, uh, the additional aspect is about disposing. So this is one of the key considerations, be it an electronic or a non-electronic product. How do we dispose of the product? For example, if I have a mobile phone, do I go in for a buyback? Do I sell my product before I buy a newer one? Or does the manufacturer provide some way of disposing an electronic product in such a way that it is not harmful to the environment? The study of the processes involved when individuals or group select, purchase, use, or dispose of products, services, ideas, or experience to satisfy needs and desires. So in this definition, what we are talking about is the kind of process which are involved. So it will be a step-by-step process by which a consumer, it could be an individual or a group, that they would get involved into the consumer buying process. So the core of marketing is identifying the unfulfilled needs and delivering the products and service that could satisfy these needs. So the consumer behavior study is all about what it explains is how individuals would make decisions in order to spend their available resources like time, money, and effort. We all know that there is a scarcity of resource. We do not have umpteen number of resources which are available with us. So here what we talk about is the available resources in terms of the time, the money, and efforts on goods that marketers offer for sale.